Universities, what?
Yeah, look, I would say at the moment, at the moment we're getting a lot of approaches from two sort of sectors, which are very encouraging, but are also hard to manage time-wise. We're getting a lot of inquiries and interest from the university sector, so from people who are studying. I've been involved with Swinburne's industrial design program. I'm now involved with RMIT's industrial design program, your program. I've been asked to speak back at Melbourne Uni, where I went to uni, to talk to, because I studied engineering myself, civil engineering. So there's a lot of interest, and I've been approached from academics or researchers interested in studying Flexicar and monitoring and measuring the benefits and all that. So all of that's really great. And I'm thrilled that we've got so much interest in that sector, because that's a progressive sector that brings a lot into our community. So that's really great. However, it can be hard to manage time-wise when really my main thing to think about each day is getting new members on board and making sure the cars are being used and they're in ship-shape condition.
That's understandable. I'm sorry that
No, that's fine. The other sector that's also creating a lot of interest at the moment is the construction industry. So developers, private developers, architects and that, who are interested in having the cars in building developments and so forth. And so whilst they are also a great opportunity for us, and we value the interest from that sector, because they also do provide potentially a commercial opportunity for us by having cars in the parks. There's still a lot of misalignment between what our service is and what they're looking for, and the level of risk we're prepared to take on to service them and so forth relative to our own business plan. So the construction industry is really keen to have these services, and I think the reason they're really keen to have car sharing as part of their developments is it's a way to demonstrate their green credentials in their planning applications and maybe get approved for providing less car parks than normal, and all of that I support. However, it also needs to be viable for us, and we're feeling the weight of being of councils and developers going, operate a car share here, and and we're like, well, actually we don't have the resources, or we don't want to take the risk at that site, and So that's probably the university and the construction industry are probably the areas that we're getting the most interest for different reasons, both really positive. And we have to kind of try and keep between all of the opportunity, and people are really excited about the concept and the idea, so we get a lot of interest, which is great. And I get asked to speak at various things on either green business or entrepreneurialism, or women in business, or all of these sorts of things, which is also really fantastic. But you've always got to stay focused on what your business plan is and priorities. A lot of people. I've had a lot of approaches from people who've approached me from Brisbane, from Adelaide, from Perth, from New Zealand. No one's approached me here in Melbourne saying they're going to set up a competing one, but certainly every other state, and also in New Zealand. I've had a lot of people approaching.
What's usually your response?
My response is go for it, generally, but like I said earlier, I think very carefully about whether you do it as a for-profit or not-for-profit venture. And if you do it for profit, you need to think very seriously about whether you'll be able to achieve the appropriate scale in a short enough time frame to make it viable. So I've given big warnings to people in smaller markets about the for-profit model, and have recommended that maybe they should think of the not-for-profit model in a smaller market. However, everyone seems to be going for the for-profit model regardless of the size of their market, which, like I said earlier, I think is concerning, and I think you'll see consolidation.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for all your help.
That's all right.
I have one more very